All right, hey everybody. Still working through the Line for Lyons, great tune. Here's a little bit of an exercise that I was doing on the bridge to Line for Lyons, just utilizing the diminished scales, because this is a very, very common progression. Again, appears in a lot of tunes, but this idea of going to the 4 chord. So in Line for Lyons, I'm doing it in my A, concert G, but it goes to the 4 chord in the bridge. Anyway, you get the idea. So, I hope. So Line for Lyons goes to the 4 chord, D major. So now what can I do over this sharp 4 to 7 dominant, this 2-5 here, which is going to 3-6. What can I do over that one? What can I do over 2-5? And I want to do it using a diminished scale. So here's a rule. If you have a dominant chord that you're putting the flat 9 on, by the way, all of these dominant chords have flat 9s because that's actually the melody note. You can use, starting on the root of the dominant, so starting on G sharp here, I can use my half whole. So as I go up the scale, I go up a half step. So G sharp would be 1, then A, that's a half step above G sharp, then a whole step, B, then a half step, C, then a whole step, D, half step, E flat, whole step, F, half step, G flat, or F sharp, then a whole step, G sharp, so I'm back. So that would be this sound, starting on G sharp. There's my root, and I go up a half step, whole step, half, whole, half, whole, half, whole. Same thing on the F sharp. I start on the F sharp, use the same pattern, half to whole. Get to the E7, same thing, half whole. Okay, so now I can use that idea. Let me use a very standard pattern. On every one of these dominants, I'm going to use this. I'm going to start on the note of the dominant, and I'm going to go, That's a pattern, and you can transcribe it, but I'm just basing it on the diminished. Okay, so here we go. I'll do that in time. 1, 2, 1, 2, looping this, so I'm adding like a 2-5 at the end to get back to the D. But that's how I would practice this. Now, I'll do this again, and this time, I'm going to try, since I'm relatively comfortable with these diminished scales, I'm going to rearrange and not just do that kind of pattern, but make it a little bit more angular. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, So this is how I'm going to go practice this bridge. Now the thing is, I can put this bridge for this tune, for Line for Lyons, in multiple keys, because this progression, the 4 and then up a half step to sharp 4 minor 7 flat 5 to 7 dominant, this chain of 2 5s is in a lot of tunes. So I need to understand that progression, and I can use the same formula on the diminished. When I have any of the dominant chords, I can start on that note and go half whole, going up, and use that diminished scale. And that will really give you a lot of sounds. You find plenty of videos online that are way better than mine about diminished, but that sound is really super important. So remember, I'm doing this over the tune Line For Lyons. And then the A section again, and then here's the B. And then the A section again. Sorry, I messed up the melody. All right, so there you go. So using some diminished over these dominant chords that have flat 9. Hope that helps.